Okay, so I finally managed to do it. I finally managed to beat Sekiro without dying. So this is my playthrough of Sekiro with the Shura ending without dying.
Some 20 years.
Yeah, so I was trying this morning to beat the game. This is like, I don't know, my fifth attempt or something. My last two I died on Genichiro. Not Genichiro and Ashina, but Genichiro here in the Ashina Reservoir. So that doesn't really count as a death, I suppose, because you're supposed to lose that fight.
That shinobi at the bottom of the well. We didn't shackle him, restrain him, nothing.
So yeah, I've died so many times trying to beat this game. I was trying to beat it with the one of the normal endings, but I kept dying. And I'd die somewhere else, like every single time I played. Like, sometimes I fell down here and died, which isn't a big deal, I could just restart. Other times I died fighting Owl, or fighting Snake Eyes, or one time the giant snake managed to kill me when I was crossing that bridge. The gun fort, they tend to kill me because I think it's kind of random. I have like an 80% chance of making it through, but they often kill me anyway. Yeah.
Loyal, I see it is used.
And
My lord.
Now were you do you no right there's Lord I want to
yeah, so I'm doing this with Kuro's charm. I'm not quite at the level where I can beat it without dying while taking chip damage from not deflecting properly, but still. Here I go. Let's get a quick swig of the healing gourd and run through here. And close out of the tutorial pop-ups. I wish you could turn those off. Those little pop-ups. Every time you start a new game, you have to watch them. I'm recording this on the PlayStation 5. I miss that jump sometimes. If you miss it when you haven't used the healing gourd, it actually won't kill you. You'll just have a little teeny tiny bit of health left, like a sliver you can't even see. Yeah, the trickiest part about this first fight is you don't have a Makiri counter. So if you're used to using that for his thrust attacks, and you try to use it, you're going to get stabbed. So you have to like resist that reflex and use deflect rather than Makiri counter, like right here. And it knocks you back. Make sure you have enough stamina to withstand that attack, or enough posture memory. Always, there's one of those hits I can't manage to deflect. It's like hit number 6, I think. And before he does the final blow, I try to deflect it, and it's an imperfect deflection. So if my posture meter was all the way up, it would get my posture would be broken, and he would hit me with that strong slash. Jump off his head here for extra posture damage. Off his head again. And I just stand back, I don't want to risk it. And he will use his bow in this fight, not as much as in the later fights. And I beat him. So I just run through here, it's pretty straightforward. I have fallen there because I tried jumping, and then the help message pops up, and then it just messes it up and I fall. So that's a really minor thing you have to look out for. Almost fell there. And I'm going to be trying to do this run without being too cheap. Like, I'm not going to rely on a bunch of like glitches or exploits and stuff. I'm going to try to, or I was playing this pretty legitimately. Though I do take advantage of stealth whenever I can. I don't know if you consider that legitimate, or if it would be a greater show of skill for me to just fight them one-on-one and take out both their health bars without a preemptive strike. Maybe in a future run. Like, I'm trying to, you know, beat this without doing a lot of glitches, but at the same time, I also want to win, you know? Like, I don't want to be too risky here. Not that doing a sneak attack is a glitch, but anyway. Kill the rooster here. Because when I run back to run away from the chained ogre, I don't want it to attack me. I don't think that typically happens, but it's better safe than sorry. Kill that guy first because he tends to deflect a lot. And that guy can stab him twice. I run away from the ogre, hide here, and when the chained ogre health bar disappears on the top of the screen, I can run back. It's kind of blind on one side. You can just run around him or sneak around him. For the message to pop up, I often try to get 2 or 3 hits in between his attacks or grab attempts. Sometimes I don't have time. I'll just do like one attack, or I'll wait for his next attack. It's better not to deflect his like kicks and elbow drops, because it just stuns you long enough. Even if it's a perfect deflection, it stuns you long enough it takes away time you could be doing another attack. Next area is pretty straightforward. Yeah, once you learn like exactly where to run, you know, once you learn, I guess once you learn the path, how to run here, you can get past the snake pretty easily and not really taking a risk. Like this area isn't very suspenseful. When I first played the game, it was like, you know, you have a giant snake chasing after you. And to be honest, sometimes, like as I'm running away, I'm afraid he's gonna get me. Kind of illogically, because he never gets me, but yeah, I guess that means they just did a good job of making this a scary looking enemy. I always feel bad for the snake when I get like that. Now it's time to fight Yobu. I always pick up the heavy coin purse here. Yeah, because I like to buy the gourd seeds so I can heal more. Which will come in handy later. Like most of these enemies, I don't have to heal very much, but later on I will. I have trouble timing some of his hits. Can't get the perfect deflection on a lot of them. those two hits. I always wondered if you could Makiri counter him. I'll have to try that sometime. It is a thrust attack after all.
You will not take this Nobu's head!
I like the voice actor for this. And doing grappling hook stuns him, so he won't like charge towards you. This flurry of attacks, this 3-hit combo, I always deflect it perfectly. It's like the one hit that I can do correctly. The one series of deflections I can do correctly in this fight. Now I'm going to go increase my attack, and I'm going to do the rat quest for Tengu. I'm going to do the rat quest so I can get the Ashina arts. This guy. You only have to kill one of them. It took me a long time to realize you only have to kill one. But I killed 2 here for some reason. Anyway, you don't have to come back and kill that 3rd guy. Yeah, those guys are hard to fight one-on-one unless you have the axe. And I didn't get the axe, so... I'm actually skipping as many bosses as I can for the most part. Yeah, I don't want to do unnecessary boss fights and leave myself open to dying.
You're that go. What?
Very
Heck, you're
what is
go.
Yeah, because the more bosses you fight, the more enemies you fight, the more opportunities you have to be killed, so it's best to avoid it. It seems like you might think that it makes sense to try to like get extra items, like to spend extra time like getting all the prosthetic tools and upgrading them and getting all the prayer beads so you can have a better chance of surviving. But again, like the more time you spend doing that, the more opportunities you have to be killed. Though this prayer bead is, there's no risk to getting this one. Like, you don't have to fight a boss to get it, so it makes sense. And then you also have to think about the time it takes. Like, this game often takes like about an hour and a half, hour 45 minutes to do the full playthrough, unless if you're doing a Shura run, if you're getting the Shura ending. So the more time you spend getting items, the longer the run takes, and then if you end up failing, you've just wasted time and you have to start all over again. So it makes more sense to me to just retry again rather than spend a bunch of time getting items. Because getting those a lot of the items doesn't take a ton of skill, it just takes time. And your time's better, I feel my time's better spent trying to, you know, get through the game or trying to do the tough enemies and improve my skills rather than getting items that'll make the game easier, if that makes sense.
Goodbye.
Like, it'll sharpen my skills to, like, try to get through with less vitality rather than go through with, like, 20 vitality, for example.
You're out there, you? What?
See,
What should? I found one. Yeah.
But if that's... Don't give it.
And I don't use the prosthetic tools a whole lot, but I get them anyway, because once you get 3, you unlock the shinobi arts, and then you can like unlock a couple of useful skills. Like being able to recover more from your healing gourds. Got the Mikiri counter here, that's a really important ability to get. Now it's time to fight the Blazing Bull. Just hitting that guy so he doesn't shoot me. I like how those guards are like, oh no, we couldn't get him. Oh well. No sounding the alarm or anything. Just, oh well, guess we missed him. And this guy's like, huh? Not really paying attention. He didn't do the attack I was expecting. I usually can't get 4 attacks in like that. Yeah, this is a really bad bullfight. At least I didn't die. I like how you take damage on this fight when you deflect. Even if it's a perfect deflection.
Sounds like he's calmed down. What? The enemy is still alive! What? What about the bull?
I got kind of confused here for some reason. I don't know what I was trying to do. I was like thinking I was gonna go somewhere else, and then I didn't, and I don't know. Yeah, there's really no good reason to do that. But at least I recovered my healing gourds. I've died here. Usually when you walk down here, the dive bomber can't hit you. But if you get hit with the shuriken and get knocked slightly to the side, then the dive bomber can get you, and you're probably dead. I've had a deathless run end that way. Enhance my vitality. I like how straightforward the upgrades are in this game. I really like Dark Souls, it's one of my favorite games, but I prefer a simpler upgrade path like this, a simpler progression system. Just use the beads for vitality, the memories for attack power, and then like prosthetic tools and stuff and items. Very straightforward. It's still fun though. I also like progression systems in games like Zelda. Like where you're not really leveling up a lot of the times, but you're just like getting better items, like a better sword or a tunic that resists fire or something. I think that's a better way to do progression than have like a ton of like stats like vitality and poise and endurance and stuff like that. And it's like, oh, I'm dying a lot, I better increase my resistance. You do that in Dark Souls, you might as well start a new game because you messed up your character. Yeah, that's why I like Sekiro. It's just way more straightforward to upgrade your character. See, this guy's coming at me and... yeah, he missed. I don't have to fight this next guy. I just like to. It's a fun fight. I could go down the stairs and go around and avoid him altogether. Tag me there. Tag me again. I oftentimes will back up. I guess not this time. Well, never mind, I'm just standing right in front of him. But I oftentimes back up so I'm just outside of his range, and then either he steps in or I step into his range, so I can more accurately predict when he's going to attack. But I guess I was feeling confident then, and I just stood right in front of him.
Face me.
Shinobi, I didn't think I'd see you.
Now I have him Kiri counter. It's a lot more natural than trying to deflect that thrust attack. He seemed to have missed one of those attacks for some reason. Yeah, that flurry of attacks, I don't know how he missed, but
I'm not finished yet.
it didn't hit me, it didn't make a deflection sound or anything. I have trouble perfectly deflecting all of those arrows. I never seem to get all of them. But it's not a big deal because he's not breaking the posture. This is one of my favorite fights in the game, by the way. Just a lot of fun to chase him around and deflect and the Kiri counter. And then this next part is fun too. The last phase is a lot quicker, but I like throwing back the lightning bolts. He got me. Now I'm just waiting for the cutscene. Increase my attack. Unlock those abilities, the descending and ascending carp, so I can do more posture damage when I deflect.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah.
I'm how and the I will.
I can do
How
that.
to
As-
I to will thank.
I think you should get a different line of dialogue here. He's like, how many times have you died? 2, 3, or a number so large it can't be counted? If you actually get here without dying, it'd be like a cool little Easter egg if he said something else.
Now I will. I
It might-
if will.
I understand why they didn't, though. They probably don't want to make players feel like they have to get here without dying.
Lord, however, his
How-
on the it's
I-
yeah, and you.
About the debate. I agree.
It's funny how only he and Tengu call you Sekiro. Nobody else calls you that.
The gate. You're leaving.
Sever and in the plan.
You hesitate.
Everybody else calls him Wolf. Imagine if this game was called Wolf. Shadows Die Twice.
Achoo. Achoo. Achoo.
So
Yeah, but-
I did that. I'm the one. I'm did and
wait,
I come out. Goodbye.
I don't use that shortcut very often. But I'm coming here to get the Ungo's sugar.
So, friend.
I want to get more vitality, or temporarily boost my vitality. I'm gonna go to the gun fort next. The thing is, the people at the gun fort can kill you pretty easily. Like, I've tried just running that area over and over and over again. Just like running across, teleporting back, running across, teleporting back, just to practice it. And I can't consistently get across without dying. Like, I can do it maybe like 70, 80% of the time, but I often get hit. And sometimes I end up dying. You see here, I forget which side I'm supposed to go, so I end up running in a big circle. So yeah, I'm running around the perimeter. And I think I just came back right where I started. But yeah, I'm going to the gun fort, and I used the sugar to temporarily boost my resistance to damage, to hopefully increase my chances of surviving if I do get hit. Sometimes when I walk through here, Tengu's not in there, and I can just run straight through. But when he's there, he has to sheath his sword and walks a little slower. I guess it's a sign of respect to not be walking around with your sword drawn all the time. Notice how the side of the cliff is painted yellow a little bit. In areas you can grapple onto are kind of yellow. So people complain about that, like yellow painting. They think it makes the game too easy, like makes it too easy to see where you're supposed to go. And then people think like modern games shouldn't have that. No, they didn't have that back in the day. Well, I've tried playing some of those games from back in the day. Like, I recently got the Tomb Raider Remastered series, and man, it's really hard to figure out where to go. Like, you just wander around a level for like an hour. Probably like half of that time is just trying to figure out, like, where do you go. So, I appreciate that they kind of make the ledges a little bit yellow so you can tell you're supposed to grab onto it. Sekiro isn't an easy game. Yeah, so that's kind of a counter argument. Like nobody's saying, oh, Sekiro's too easy because they paint the grabbable surfaces yellow so you can find them. No. Ceramic shard. I never really figured out how to use it. One of these days I'll have to try to like use it as a diversion or something. I think that's how you use it. You throw it and then the enemy's like, what's that? And they run towards it. I missed. I was kind of nervous here. Yeah, I didn't want to have to start the whole game over again. I've seriously tried to beat this game without dying so many times. It can help to run along the left a little bit and let the ropes catch some of the bullets instead of them hitting you. Wait here a little bit until the firing slows down a little bit. And I managed to make it through without problems. I decide not to go further yet. Like, I usually just get here so I can, well, actually it's a new strategy, so I can't say I usually do it this way, but after dying on the gun fort during one or two of my playthroughs, I thought, okay, I'm gonna run past the snipers and then go back and do things the way I normally would. Yeah, I don't like to go all the way through and take out the ape. Because if you take him out too early, you have to do another boss fight. And then you have to fight him again. So I go to Senpou Temple and take out the screen monkeys first. And it's a good idea to unequip items like I just did there. Because sometimes you leave them equipped and you forget, and then you end up using up your items when you don't mean to. So I usually just have the healing gourd and the homeward idol equipped. I remember before I had the homeward idol equipped when I was doing the Gauntlets of Strength challenges, and I got like halfway through one of them, and I meant to use the healing gourd, and then I accidentally used the homeward idol and teleported right out of the fight. Completely my fault. But yeah, if you're doing the gauntlets of strength or the reflections of strength challenges, just leave it unequipped. You don't need it. You know, all it can do is hurt you if you accidentally use it. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to unequip it during boss fights too. Like even if you're not doing reflections of strength. Beyond reflections of strength, I think there's more of a risk of using it because you're more likely to use your consumable items, since you don't permanently use your consumable items in the reflections, but you do in a normal playthrough. So you end up switching between items, and you could accidentally switch to the homeward idol, and then teleport out of a boss fight. Jump over this guy. Instead of jumping in front, I circle around to the back of this rock so he doesn't like hit me with the throwing knife. This guy's ended a number of runs, but not lately. I've gotten pretty good at fighting. In this area is the best area to fight him. This little observation deck, because you're less likely to throw him into a pillar here. So one secret to fighting this guy, when you're trying to deflect, is his attacks hit a little before you think they would. Like, you have to press the deflect button slightly earlier than what it looks like you should. Well, when you get the firecrackers, or the shinobi fireworks, when you buy it, it says Robert's Firecrackers. I've always wondered if that's the same Robert that he mentions. Like if his name is Robert, or that's his son that he's trying to get the waters for. Like his son came up with the firecrackers. I don't know. Or there just happens to be two people named Robert in this world. I just equipped the pacifying agent, whatever it's called. Pacifying powder. I have died on the screen monkeys. Yeah, after passing the screen monkey so many times without any problems, like I always thought of them as a break, like oh, this is easy, it's not a challenge at all. And then I died, and I'm like, man, like really anything can kill you in this game. Took me a while to learn you can just hit that monkey behind you, and you don't have to do a finishing blow, just hit him once and he's dead. and the purple one is basically the one that killed me one time. I went to go stab him, and then the other ghost monkeys came out, spirit monkeys came out, and they all jumped on me. Terror meter filled up, and then I died. Couldn't believe I lost that way. There's actually a video of it on my profile if you want to see it. I think it's called How to Lose to the Screen Monkeys. I'm using the powder, and I'm gonna make a beeline for him, just straight towards him, and if you mess up or hesitate, the other monkeys can attack you and you can die.
Why
I
do
see.
you get it yet?
I do.
I see.
And then after this, I'm gonna go to Mibu Village. I almost have the upgraded Mikiri counter. Totally missed. Then one of the enemies spots me. Took me a while to learn how to line this up properly. One of my playthroughs, I lost to this guy. His New Game Plus. I failed to deflect his 5-hit kick combo. 4 hits in a row, I timed it wrong. He broke my posture and then finished me off. Yeah, there's 2 attacks here. The 5-hit combo and the slow motion downward kick. It's not a bad idea to just run out of the way. I usually like to deflect stuff, but sometimes it makes more sense to move out of the way. And then save at this sculptor's idol. Or rest at this sculptor's idol. That guy out with 2 thrust attacks. She often kills me. She's ended a number of runs. Snake Eyes. I often use the Mortal Blade, but I figured even though it does a ton of damage, I probably shouldn't use it. I think she ended my last run, actually. The problem is with Mortal Blade, like afterwards, when she starts attacking, I don't know, it's just hard to react quickly enough. It kind of leaves you open. Or just kind of throws off my timing, at least. I might not technically be left open after that attack, but like, I don't know, it just throws off the rhythm of the fight, in my opinion, to use Mortal Blade. So I figured for this attempt, I'm not going to use it fighting against her. And it worked out this time, so. But yeah, she can kill you so quickly. Like, she'll hit you, knock you down, and then shoot you, and runs over. Now I've got to kill the chicken. I'm going to pick up the snap seeds here. Come in handy for the corrupted monk fight. Now here's the toughest boss of the game. This place looks so cool. From Software should make a Halloween themed game. I mean, I guess you could argue their games are kind of like that anyway, but I don't know, they could make like one that's like Halloween, you know. Imagine if From Software made a Nightmare Before Christmas game. I always get nervous getting this gourd seed up here. Sometimes they grab you. Sometimes those enemies grab you when you rest at that sculptor's idol.
You pretend not to see me. Oh, you too. How dare you hide Lord Sakusa from me?
I'm just gonna get some divine confetti here. This divine confetti really helps with this next boss fight. And this prayer bead, really easy to get. Yeah, you have to damage her a bit before she can really take any posture damage. Or damage her vitality before she can really take posture damage. I only use one Divine Confetti during this fight. After you get her health down a bit, it's better just to try to get her posture meter up. I used to find this fight so hard. Now I think it's pretty easy. But it's because she like starts off slow and then gets faster, as in like her individual attacks. It's like she moves slow and then quickly swings her sword, and she slowly moves it and then quickly moves her weapon. Yeah, so that makes it kind of hard to time it right. You get a ton of experience from this fight. Now I have 8 points to spend. But I'm waiting till I get the Shinobi esoteric text. Yeah, because then I can, see, look what I did here. That's because I didn't unequip it when I was done. So I just wasted a Divine Confetti.
Oh, it's handed
What different?
with the accurate. So the shinobi appeared.
What?
It might, you know.
I see.
I have, but it. If you'll need, there's no least.
I get the prosthetic esoteric text.
Hey, this.
I'm gonna buy some more gourd seeds too. Just barely have enough if I sell some of my
Until
random stuff that I picked up. Yeah, I was thinking when I did this, you know, it might be a little excessive to get all the gourd seeds, because, like, am I really going to need that, you know, 9 gourd seeds? That's better safe than sorry.
care to pray. May the
I've got to turn in the gourd seeds.
Still so much dust.
I'm glad. Goodbye.
Just exited out because I'm recording on the PlayStation 5. You can only record up to an hour at a time, so I had to exit out, end the recording, then start another one. Or I guess I didn't have to exit out. I could have just ended and then started another one. But I actually took a little break too. Took like a 20 or 30 minute break and then came back. You can hear him sharpening his claws. 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pause. 1. He backs up, charges towards me, jump, hit him. 1, 2, 3. And then he's gonna do a 3-hit combo followed by a sweep. 1, 2, 3, sweep, jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back up, charge towards me. Yeah, this fight's easy if you know it's like 4, pause, 5, pause, 1. That's what he does in the first phase. One of my playthroughs, I actually died from the snake. I was running across the bridge, and I think I waited like a second too long to jump. And then he hit me and I was in the middle of the air. And that ended my run. But yeah, if you jump like right when the red kanji appears, you're good. And then this is like the hardest jump in the game. I think that just took me, what, 5 attempts to do? I could make an obvious joke, but I won't. Spear comes in handy for the second part of this fight. Of course, this guy's killed me before. He does a ton of damage, so if you mistime something, he can easily take you out. careful not to get your back up against the wall. I find this part of the fight a little easier than the first part. Yeah, it's just easier to judge when you're supposed to deflect and everything. And of course, after he does one of his big attacks, he's open for several seconds so you can hit him. The spear comes in handy. You pull out the centipede and do enough damage to him. Makes sense to stand back just a little bit before he does the huge downward strike. That way you can hit him like twice with your sword and then use the spear. You get like a couple more hits. So most of the attempts that I've done to beat the game have been trying to, get the full ending. Or, I mean, not the full end, trying to do one of the normal endings. But I figured I'll just do the Shura ending because it's a little easier. Yeah, there's fewer bosses, fewer obstacles I have to face. Not that the bosses in the Shura mode are easy, but they're, there's just fewer of them. I do want to try this run again, doing one of the normal endings, and see if I can get it. The furthest I ever got was Divine Dragon. The Divine Dragon killed me. There's actually a video of it on my profile. Yeah, it has this one attack, the flurry of attacks that's really tricky to dodge, and I messed up, it killed me. And a number of times I've lost to Owl. He's tough, he can take you out pretty quickly. Here's the final fight.
Father.
That's it.
What?
The
Father.
now from a slit. Oh,
As you come.
in a.
Yes, I.
That was Emma the Gentle Blade. She can be tricky.
Let us begin.
See, she almost takes me out. trying to heal, and then she's like really good at applying pressure, so it's hard to get back and heal. That grab attack has gotten me a number of times.
Shura, I never did think I'd have to kill your kind again!
That's a cool little dodge he does there. I like it when they get into a rhythm like that, and it's just attack, 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 attack. I guess I didn't take any hits during that first phase of the fight.
I'm not done, Sekiro!
And he almost kills me here. I almost die. And I'm really nervous when I'm doing this. Like the panic is really kicking in now. I'm looking for some kind of like dousing powder. I don't have any. Hits me again. Another sword hits me again. Use my last gourd. It's a good thing I got 9 healing gourds, otherwise I would have been screwed. And I got him. Yeah, I was so nervous when I did this fight. Thought I was gonna lose again.
Sekiro, it was not to be.
So that's it. Thank you for watching. If anybody does watch this, I'm not expecting to get more than like 5 views on this video. Yeah, I've played this game, I don't know how long, 250, 300 hours, and finally I was able to beat it without dying. At least for the Shura ending. In the future, I'll probably try one of the other endings again and try to beat it without dying. Try to beat one of the normal endings without dying.
I would expect no less from my home.